નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Hello students, how are you? Today we are going to study subject environment standard 5th Super Senses. The name of the chapter is Super Senses. What do you mean by sense? Do you know which are our sense organs? Yes, just recall it. Okay, so our sense organs are eyes, nose, ear, tongue and skin, right? So the chapter is regarding our sense organ. Eyes we can see, right? Nose we can smell, ears we can hear, tongue we can taste, skin we can feel. So this chapter is regarding our sense organs and our senses. Let's have a look. Has this ever happened to you? You can able to see the picture over here. Yes. So the girl, what she is doing? She is eating her breakfast, her lunch box, right? Okay, the three of them are eating their lunch boxes. Suddenly what happened? Oh my god, over here the bird comes and takes her food. She gets shocked, right? She is thinking, what happened? Who take my food? The girl near to her sitting, she sees the bird is flying and taking her food. The boy over here, he is pointing out the bird that the bird has taken her food. Now just think that you were eating in the playground, right? An eagle flew down and took away your roti. What happens? Yes, if the eagle flew down and took away your roti, obviously you are going to get shocked, right? Why? Because you don't know when the eagle come over here, how did it take your roti, right? So this is the picture regarding this. Now can you able to identify which sense organs do you feel over here? Yes, by seeing with your eyes that eagle takes your food, you use your eye organ, sense organ, right? Very good. Now over here, look at this picture. As you walk softly past a sleeping dog, the dog is sleeping over here and you just walk very softly, its ear shot up at once, right? What happened? In the deep sleep, the dog ear shot up at once. What happens? He runs, right? So over here, which sense organ is being used? Very good. Ears, right? So through ears, the dog able to listen. Also over here, the dog feels your touch, right? Let's have a look on the other one. Over here, can you able to see the picture? Something is dropped over here. Maybe it is sweet, because something sweet is there and you can see an ant nearby, right? Eating the sweet. You drop something sweet on the ground and within minutes many ants collected around it. Do you know? Eyes cannot, like ants, they don't have eyes. They have sense organ, that is nose, right? So through smell, they get come to know that something is there, something sweet is there, and that's why it just get collected over here. So ants use nose, right, as a sense organ. Let's have the another look. Why does it happens? Think and tell. Okay. Animals also have different senses. Can you able to see over here? The ant has nose sense organ. Over here, the dog hears, right? So ears are the sense organ, right? And over here, the eagle see with its eyes. So the sense organ is eyes, right? So animals also have different senses. They can see, hear, taste, smell and feel. Some animals can see their prey from far away like eagle. Some can hear even the faintest sound like dog. And some animals can find their friends by their smell like ants. Do you know a special thing about the ants? Have you seen, have you sometimes observed that the ants walk in queue, right? They don't need any instructions like you guys in the school. You know, sometimes your teacher always scolds you that walking queue. But ants, they walk in queue only without any scolding. So they have got their smell sense organ and through smell they find their friends. The animal world is full of examples of amazing senses. Let's have a look on the other one. We have talked about the ant, right? I discussed right now only that the ant walking queue. Let's read. How did the ant recognize a friend? You all know, right, that ants do not have their eyes. An ant was going along on the ground. It saw a group of ants coming from the other side. One ant is going along on the ground and it saws that a group of ants coming from the other side. The first ant quickly come back to its hole. What the first ant do? It quickly come back to its hole. The ant guarded the hole, recognized it and let it in. What did the other ant do? The ant recognized that, oh, this is the ant which is missing, and it recognized it, and then only it allows it in its queue. Now think and tell. How did the ant know that the other ants were not from its group? Yes, by its smell, right? How did the guard ant recognize this ant? Obviously, by its smell, right? Now let's see. Try this and write. Now drop some sugar, jaggery or anything sweet on the ground. Make a note. Don't drop such things at your home, okay? You need to do this thing at your outside of your home, okay? Make sure. Wait until the ant comes there. You just wait for a while and have a look. Obviously the ant will come because of the smell of sugar, jaggery or anything in this of according to the sweet. Now have a look on the questions. How long did it take for the ants to come? You just note down over here whether it take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour. You just have a look that what time it takes to come over there. Okay? You just note it down over here. Then, did one ant come first or a group of ants come together? You just have a mark on that one ant comes first or a group of ants come over there, and then just write it down over here. If one comes, you write it down one, and if a group of ants come, then you just write it down over here that a group of ants comes. Let's have a look on the other question. What did the ants do with the food? I know, obviously they are going to eat the food, right? The yummy food. So you need to write it down over here that whether it smells, whether it eats or whether it's go away. Where do they go from there? You just have a mark on that. You just have a look on that. That whether where they goes from there, whether they goes to their friends or somewhere else. You just have a look over here and write it down. Do they move in a line? You just write it down over here if the ants move in the line and if they don't, right? So I think these answers you can write it by yourself. Now let's have a look on the other one. Now carefully, without harming the ants, block their path for a while with a pencil. Now what you need to do? If you see the line of the ants coming, then you just block it. Oh, but make sure don't block it by your legs, otherwise it is going to bite it. Okay? So you just take a help of the pencil or some stick and then block their path and just wait and watch what happens. Now observe how do the ants move. Now you just observe whether they move zebra like zebra or they move back. Let's go further. Many years ago, a scientist did many experiments like this. Do you know? These experiments were done before also, right? He found out that as the ants move, they leave a smell on the ground. Do you know, by the experience of this scientist, they able to tell us that when the ant moves, they leave a smell on the ground. We don't able to smell that, but the ants able to smell that, right? The other ants follow the smell to the fine way. What did the other ants do? They smells and follow that smell, and that's why these ants walk in line. Now can you guess why the ants behaved like that when you block their path? Now just imagine that while you block their path, why the ants behave differently. Some male insects can recognize their females by their smell, right? So some male insects, they recognize their females by their smells, right? Have you ever been troubled by mosquitoes? Sometimes mosquito bites a lot. Just think, how do they know where are you? Sometimes you move your place and the mosquito bites, you just move somewhere else, right? If you are sitting in the chair, you just move to the sofa. But still, the mosquito comes to you and you says, oh my god, this mosquito is very rigid. It knows where I am and it just come to me and it just get bited. So, mosquitoes can find you by the smell of your body, right? So, here the sense organ nose is there used, and through this sense organ they recognize that where are you. They also find you by the smell of the sole of your feet and the heat of your body. So, how the mosquito recognize you? Now you can know that if I sit here or there, the mosquito is going to bite you. Why? Because it recognizes your smell of your body, right? It recognizes the smell of the sole of your feet or by the heat of your body. Can you able to see a small column over here? Let's have a read. I am a silkworm. Who is this? A silkworm. I can find my female worm from many kilometers away by her smell. This you need to know, right? That silkworm recognize its female worm from a far kilometer away through the smell, right? Let's have a look on the further. Have you seen a dog sniffing here and there? Sniffing यानी कि वो पता है सूंघता है, right? Sniffing. यहाँ पे सूंघता है, वहाँ पे सूंघता है. So have you seen a dog sniffing here and there? I have seen. What do you think it is trying to smell? Now just imagine why he is sniffing here and there. What he is trying to smell? Okay. Dogs mark out their own area on the road. Do you know? the dogs mark out their own area on the road, right? They make their own maps on the road, which you cannot be able to see. They can make out if another dog has come into their area. You know, sometimes can you observe you're nearby that if the other area dogs come to your area, then your area dog barks aloud and make him away, right? So through this they can make out if another dog has come into their area by the smell of its urine or potty. So, by the smell of the urine and potty, they can come to know that, oh, someone else, like their category only, that someone else dog from their area has come to my area, right? So, this is the sense organ smell through which the dog smells and recognizes that the other dog has come to their area, from which they can recognize through the smell of its urine and potty. Okay, now the other session we will take in the next part. Thank you for joining us.